Want to sell homemade food in Minnesota? I'll cover exactly what you need to know, from food safety training to what you can legally sell to labeling. Let's start with one of the most common questions. Do you need food safety training to sell homemade food in Minnesota? The state requires cottage food producers to complete training before registering and before selling. Minnesota uses a tiered training system based on your annual sales, which will be adjusted for inflation every few years. Tier 1 is for producers making up to about $7,600 per year. Tier 1 training is a free online course offered by the state, and you'll need to pass the exam before registering. Tier 2 is for producers making above that amount, up to the state's annual sales limit. Tier 2 requires safe food handling course approved by the Minnesota Department of Agriculture and offered through the University of Minnesota Extension. Even though Minnesota requires its own state-specific training for cottage food producers, many people choose to go a step further and earn a nationally recognized food handler's card. It's a great way to show customers, markets, and even event organizers that you understand essential food safety practices, not just the basics covered in the state training. If you decide to get nationally recognized training, look for a course that's accredited by the ANSI National Accreditation Board, or ANAB. Food Safe Pals Food Handler course is ANAB accredited. It's fully online and takes about 90 minutes to complete. Once you finish, you'll get instant digital access to your official food handler's card and certificate, plus the option to have a printed version mailed to you. Now, let's talk about what you can and can't sell. Minnesota allows a variety of non-potentially hazardous foods, meaning foods that can be safely stored at room temperature. These include baked goods, candies, dry mixes, granola, roasted coffee beans, and certain frostings. Minnesota also allows home processed and home canned pickles, fruits, and vegetables if they meet strict pH or water activity requirements. Pet treats are allowed when they're baked or dehydrated and safe for cats or dogs. Raw or refrigerated treats are not allowed. Foods that require refrigeration or hot holding are prohibited. Examples include cream pies, cheesecakes, custards, dairy-based dips, low-acid canned goods, fresh salsas, meat products, and anything that doesn't meet Minnesota's pH or water activity requirements. Once you register, you can sell from your home, if local ordinances allow it, at farmers markets and at community events. You can also take online orders, but human cottage foods must be delivered in person. Shipping is not allowed yet, but that will change on August 1, 2027, when Minnesota begins allowing in-state shipping of cottage foods. Pet treats may be shipped now, including across state lines, as long as you follow the rules of the destination state. Every item you sell must be labeled properly. Your label must include your name or cottage food business name, your registration number or address, the production date, ingredients in descending order by weight, any major food allergens, and the required statement. The same statement must be posted at your booth or on your website if you sell online. Alright, let's recap. If you want to sell homemade food in Minnesota, here's what you need to know. You must complete the required training and register with the Minnesota Department of Agriculture. Tier 1 is for lower annual sales, Tier 2 is for higher annual sales, and both thresholds, along with the overall annual sales cap, are adjusted for inflation. You can sell a wide range of shelf-stable foods, including some home canned items and pet treats, as long as they meet pH and water activity rules. Foods requiring refrigeration aren't allowed. You can sell from home, markets, and events, and beginning in 2027, many cottage foods will be eligible for in-state shipping. And every product needs a compliant label with the required information. Ready to start selling your homemade goods with confidence? Visit foodsafepal.com to get your nationally recognized food handler's card online in about 90 minutes.